Paul Temple is a British-German television series which originally aired on BBC One between 1969 and 1971. 52 episodes were made over 4 seasons, with each episode having a running time of around 50 minutes. Overview. Paul Temple features Francis Matthews, 1927 to 2014, as Paul Temple, the fictional detective created by Francis Durbridge, who solves crimes with the assistance of his wife Steve Ross Drinkwater. Season 1 of the Paul Temple television series was produced solely by the BBC, with all 13 episodes set in Great Britain. The very first episode was transmitted in November 1969, becoming one of the first shows to be broadcast in colour on BBC One. Starting with Season 2, Paul Temple became a co-production by the BBC and Taurus Films of Munich, West Germany, and was shown internationally, with many of the episodes using overseas locations in West Germany, France, Malta and elsewhere. During the production of the second season, the producer Peter Bryant successfully persuaded Derek Sherwin to join him on Paul Temple from the BBC's Doctor Who television series at short notice. Both Sherwin and Bryant had previously worked on Doctor Who together. There was some disagreement between the BBC and Taurus over the casting of Steve Temple, who had been played in the radio series of Paul Temple from 1945 to 68 by Marjorie Westbury. The BBC wished to drop Ross Drinkwater from the role, but Taurus favoured her retention. According to Francis Matthews, both Paul and Steve Temple became fashion icons of sorts, creating a style that was to be imitated in ITV's The Persuaders. While in America, Ross Drinkwater's role was reportedly emulated by Susan St. James in Macmillan and Wife and Stephanie Powers in Heart to Heart. According to Matthews, Drinkwater chose her own, very expensive designer clothes for the part. The series was intended to go on for 5 years, but despite its popularity, especially in West Germany, the BBC withdrew prematurely after 2 years. Hugh Weldon, the BBC's managing director for television, later explained to Matthews that it was really low-grade territory, and cited the BBC's preference for such historical dramas as The Six Wives of Henry VIII and Elizabeth R. The series was allowed to peter out. The final episodes, at least of the last season, all based in Great Britain. Archive. The BBC never repeated Paul Temple. The series suffered badly in the BBC's archive purging of the 1970s. Of the 52 episodes of Paul Temple that were made, only 16 remain in the BBC TV archives today. 11 of the surviving 16 episodes are available in colour, and these were rerun on UK Gold in its formative years in the 1990s. The other 5 episodes survive only as black and white tele-recordings. The purge on Paul Temple was such that, of the first 2 seasons, only 1 episode exists. Games People Play. The 19th of April 1970. That episode was made completely on film and therefore was archived in the BBC's film library. The remaining 25 episodes were wiped off their original videotape holdings by the BBC's engineering department so the tapes, expensive at the time, could be reused. No tele-recordings are known to exist, other than the last 5 episodes of Season 4. The visuals of some of the 36 missing episodes survive in the ZDF TV archives in Germany. These are believed to emanate from Seasons 2 to 4, which were BBC ZDF co-produced. However, they only have dubbed German soundtracks. Any BBC tape copies with their original English soundtracks intact are believed to be long gone. From the ZDF archive. In 2016, a German DVD release of the 4th and final season, with German dubbing, presented the final 5 episodes in color with an English soundtrack. While not every episode on the release contains the original English-language soundtracks. 1. A Family Affair does. This episode is not held by the BBC and was not included on the Acorn DVD releases. As noted below, A Family Affair does not appear to have been returned to the BBC archive at this time. DVD releases. In July 2009, Acorn Media released the 11 existing color episodes, still held within the BBC archives, on DVD. These were cleared at the BBFC on 17 March 2009. In April 2012, Acorn Media released a DVD of the final 5 episodes ever broadcast. Although broadcast in color, these final 5 episodes were released in black and white. This was due to the BBC archive only having access to black and white copies of those episodes. Color copies of the last 5 episodes do exist in an archive in Germany. However, Acorn Media did not use these recordings, instead relying on the BBC's monochrome copies. In August 2013, Acorn Media released all 16 of their previously issued episodes, 11 in color, 5 in black and white, on DVD, in a release named Paul Temple: The Complete Collection. In May 2016, the series began to appear in German-speaking countries. Released by German DVD company von Siegerlin. English translation: TV Duels. These DVD releases cover all of the episodes of Series 2 and 3, across 3 different box sets. Episodes that are lost from the BBC's own archive still survive in film archives in Germany, and many of these episodes are made commercially available for the first time on these DVD box sets, albeit with synchronized German audio only. Main cast: Francis Matthews, Paul Temple, Ross Drinkwater, Steve Temple, June Ellis, Kate Balfour, George Sewell, Sammy Carson, Blake Butler, Eric, Derek Martin, Paddy. Episodes: Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4. http www.mediagems.01 Film TV Temple_ENGL HTML Paul Temple on Internet Movie Database. The Francis Sturbridge homepage. The Paul Temple TV series. German. English subtitles for German Paul Temple episodes.